Hello, my shining stars, Leos. Happy birthday to everybody who celebrate birthdays in August. I have lots of Leos among my friends, as well as some of my friends have Leo as their ascendant. This year is such an amazing year for many people. Two planets the whole August, Mars in Gemini and Jupiter in Gemini align together, and they have opposition aspect with a very tense aspect with Saturn retrograde in house 8. This will affect the whole month, and I will explain what it means. But before we start, let me tell you that you're one of the luckiest people, because Mars in Gemini and Jupiter in Gemini in your house 11 and house of dreams, future, innovation, visualization of your dreams are finally opening the doors for you, especially for people who are born from 27th of July to 10th of August any year. And the event that we will have on 8th of August, which we call 888 or Lionsgate Bridge, will open the new doors and can transfer your life to the next level or 10 levels higher if you are ready for a change, if you will embrace these changes in your life. Only your mind and only your intention will matter here. And I know, dear Leos, how beautiful and wide your imagination is. Sun is in Leo, is the area of art, inspiration, fashion, styling, making everything beautiful. And you are so good at it. I recommend you to check the August overview that I added to the horoscopes for Aries, Taurus, and Gemini, and this 5 minutes overview will give you understanding what to expect from this month, as well as let me tell you more details about your August. Mars and Gemini, as I mentioned before, the planet of drive, energy, passion, fast-changing events, new bright ideas that will bring you closer to your goals, and Jupiter in house 11, house of your future, innovation, opening horizons, as well as house of internet and innovations, will give you opportunities to use modern technology for whatever you want to do, for online dating or online business, for making your work easier or delegating to artificial intelligence certain duties and responsibilities that you don't want to bear, and you will be the ones who will make new inventions, and you will have luck this month if you only know which areas of your life to avoid. And I will explain everything in this video, because Sun is your ruler in Leo, bringing you good luck. Right people will bring you events when you will be in the right moment in the right time. But retrograde Mercury, which is the planet of communication, commerce, relocation, contacts, emails, signing documents, everything connected with documentation, will go retrograde. And from 17th of July to August 5, retrograde Mercury shadow corridor is in your sign of identity, everything connected to your official papers, to your legal name, to the place of your living. It's a very beginning, very first house where Sun gives you opportunities, and retrograde Mercury gives you second chances connected with your past. It means do not start anything new, but look which projects you can finalize and which areas of your life connected with your past you can transform or upgrade to the levels of your expectation. Many Leos in July had wonderful opportunities to increase and elevate their financial status, or they spent lots of money because Venus was in Leo, in your sign. And on the 4th of August, it aligns with the new moon energy in your sign, and Venus relocates to your house too. New moon will give you new opportunities, new energy. It's a wonderful time for planning your future projects, but not starting it. I want to highlight this. You plan and you will be blessed with everything regarding planning, but do not have active actions yet, because Venus On the 4th of August, changes the sign from Leo to Virgo, entering your financial house. And either it can mean the money from previously done projects or the occupations of house 2, which is anything connected with finances, or your voice if you're a singer, blogger, vlogger, teacher, speaker, those professions. But also the spark of luck that comes between sun and new moon on the 4th of August will start giving you ideas and opening the door of opportunities. So you see what would happen on the 8th of August, 888. And the next significant date is 22nd of August. And the end of this corridor, the Lionsgate Bridge, will end with 30th of August, 2024. What it means, I will give more description in the info box under this video, but just in short words, it's when the star of opportunity, Sirius, enters the center of constellation of Leo and goes through the heart of Leo. And for Leos who are born in the end of July and the beginning of August, it will be a total change of their lives. You will feel different. You will feel better. It will grant you recovery. Also, it will open up the horizons for you so you can travel. Lionsgate Bridge happens every year, but not every year we change in our life. Of course, it depends on the birth chart and to which Cyrus of which eclipses our life is following, because all the Cyruses and all the eclipses, they have different numbers. It's like the route of the bus. Either we are on the bus number 1 or we are on the bus number 2. And this bus makes different stops over 18 years, cycle of the eclipse, or 9 years, half a cycle. The challenging part about August is that many planets are in retrograde phase and they have either opposition or square aspects towards each other. It means that you have to be extremely cautious navigating your vehicle in this serpentine road in the mountains. I can just give you some idea what to look for, how to avoid certain things. And of course, I cannot mention every single day. So I created the e-format that you can download and read and have as a mental reminder. I'm very grateful that so many people enjoy it, and I have a very positive feedback. And also in that e-format, I give more information about Saturn retrograde, Neptune retrograde, and all the retrogrades planets that we experience in August. So as I mentioned before, 4th of August, we have new moon. 4th of August, Venus changes the sign, entering your house of finances. August 5th retrograde, Mercury starts in your house of finances. When I see the situation like this, I do not recommend to invest anything. Do not trust strangers or even people who you know. Do not borrow or lend money. If you will borrow money or if you lend money, it will be okay for the projects that you planned for such a long time. And for example, the payment will come only right now, or paying of the debts, it will be fine. But if you are taking something new, taking on the new projects or new loan, it will be very hard to pay back, or it will be for a long time. For example, 18 years, 9, 18, or 30 years. About the event 888 or Lionsgate Bridge, you can read more information in the description. On August 14th, retrograde Mercury from your financial house is coming to Leo into your sign in your house 1, something connected with identity, official status, changing of your style. You probably will want to change back to the style you had before, or dye your hair, or buy something in the wardrobe that you had before. But do not expect much, because retrograde Mercury testing you. So you will make your own decisions if it's a good idea or you don't want to repeat those karmic rakes again. For many people, it will be karmic lesson and sometimes karmic justice in our understanding is not aligned, it's not the same as a universal justice. Keep in mind this a little detail which has a major value. And the moment you will accept that everything in our life has that universal justice, your life will start changing. And if you allow yourself, you will say that I allow things to be as they are, and you will get rid of regrets and any sorrows that you have in your life, and you forgive yourself for some mistakes or eliminate people from your life, from your circle who are using you all the time. You will feel that your life is changing for better effortlessly. And I see the changes like this in my client's life, but the hardest part is self-work. On August 19th, we have a full moon in Aquarius in your house 7. Aquarius means something new, the circle of friends, the big groups of people, and house 7 is your family, your marriage, partnership at work. It can be partners, not just in the family. So, and also house of enemies, not hidden enemies, but the enemies that you know that you are not friends. And it's very tense full moon in August. My recommendation, lay low. Otherwise, just know that conflicts are very likely, extreme situations, cold feet when it comes to signing agreements and documents. Somebody can just back off. Lots of disruptive energy is around this full moon, and we already know that full moon is already quite tense when people emotionally unstable and act weird. Try to minimize communication with your surrounding, especially when retrograde Mercury effect is in your house of identity and house of finances. Pay attention to your contacts, emails, cybersecurity. There will be lots of fraud because retrograde Mercury is a favorable time for con artists and thieves and cyber criminals. On August 22nd, your ruler Sun enters your house too, giving you answers regarding your finances, bringing you warmth, joy, removing the heavy clouds, bringing you rainbows, and finally it's time to exhale. But keep in mind that on the 28th, retrograde Mercury starts going direct. So it will be direct Mercury movement with the retrograde shadow effect until September 11th in your house of identity, beginnings, everything regarding your house 1. And just to remind you, house 1 is yourself, its appearance, first impressions, beginnings, your physical body, your persona, personal initiatives, as well as the possibilities to gain, for example, appearance or weight that you had before. There will be lots of opportunities for you to finally start that gym membership or to see the first result of your body changing. When you know how to lose weight accordingly to the planetary astrological calendar, or I prefer moon calendar, how to lose weight effortlessly just by following the guide that I have in my lunar guidebook, you will see that when you are aligned with the universal processes, our body just gets rid of the toxins, and following this energy flow, like on the waves, when you just surrender to the waves of energy and it takes you where you have to be without any efforts. I like this approach. Most of my life I was struggling against the current, and finally when I realized that Saturn brings obstacles, requires order, and right now it is in your house 8. House 8 is the house of mutual funds, is the house of death and transformation, shared resources, rebirth, intimacy, inheritance, taxes, sexuality, astrology, mysteries, magic, and Saturn in this house will be changing the funds of your partners or with people who you have mutual funds, as well as it's the house of money of others as grants for education, for example, or research, insurance payment, compensations, debts, big funds, big amount of money which are not yours. It's division of the property or receiving the custody. It's the house of big funds from investors or researchers, sponsors, employment insurance, government payment, tax auditing. It's the house of crisis and extreme sport. So it's a house of people who are connected with risks, as well as professions like stuntman, military, police, psychotherapy therapists, people who work with childhood traumas, astrologers, and so much more. Having Saturn there, you will feel that you finally get an opportunity to have all your things in order. And sometimes the rebirth and transformation can be painful, but in the end, you become a beautiful lion and you will be the head of your kingdom. On August 29th, Venus, the planet of money, harmony, love, is entering your house 3, giving you new opportunities and bringing you harmonious energy to your house of communication, emails, contacts, travels, transportation, your nearest surrounding, documentation. So if you're interested participating in the courses or learning something new, it will be the time when you can plan applying for something or reapplying, appealing. The effect of retrograde Mercury is fainting, and it will be done on September 11th. Actually, you have full moon in house 7 and Pluto retrograde in house 7. It can mean problems and challenging situations in your marriage or at your workplace, but the outcome will be serving your purpose and it will be for better. So don't be disappointed when something bad happens, because this negative experience is a part of bigger positive experience. All the other aspects I will put in the e-horoscope, and if I can ask you for a favor to like and subscribe, it will mean a lot to me. I appreciate your time and of course your attention, and I wish you a happy birthday and to have an amazing, wonderful month. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.